to the top of the world, but the North Star has already flown. I hear rumors of a place where the soul is born. And watch all the bright lights shimmer, try to see something where there is none. And I really believe that I could touch the sun. Who's inside my mind? Who's inside my mind? Everything is alright, but I keep seeing ghosts in the daylight. Who's inside my mind? Who's inside my mind? Everything is alright, but I keep seeing ghosts in the daylight. Turn the lights down low and watch all the vampires in silhouette. I run for the hills and try to keep my head. Still a chance, we can make it if we hold on hope. It's what I'm saying, but the words don't come out right. Who's inside my mind? Who's inside my mind?
What's up, everybody, and welcome to another Wednesday night Paracrew Podcast. What's up, Squeaks?
Hi, I see you again.
What are you up to? What are you doing? You look like you have something up your sleeve. What are you doing over there?
I don't know. I'm got a lot of energy today.
Well, good, because you're gonna need it for tonight's guests. They are amazing. Right? They're absolutely amazing. I'm excited. I've honestly been waiting a while to get these ladies on. You know what? I can't wait any longer. So, you know what? We're just going to bring them on first, and then we'll say hello to everybody in our audience, as we always do. So, ladies and gentlemen, please give a very warm welcome to the Paracrew Podcast, the Ghost Sisters. We have Mandy. Hi, Mandy. Welcome.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
And what is it? Chastity, right? I'm sorry.
Yep.
Chastity. Good. I didn't want to I hate screwing up names. I am terrible with names. And if anybody has seen the show, I'm terrible with English too. So
I'm not even going to comment on that one.
Stop it.
We do the same thing.
Chastity is actually pulling at me and is doing this mobile. Mandy, I think we lost Chastity for. Oh wait, she's like in and out. You want to explain a little bit? Unless
About
Chastity's
how
been
we
here.
got started? Is that what you want to know?
Well, let's start with Chastity. It looks like she's driving.
Yeah, she's cutting in and out, ain't she?
Yeah.
I'll just go ahead and I guess I'll just start until maybe she'll get in a better area.
Okay. All right. I know you said she was traveling because of the hurricane, correct?
Yeah, she's just heading back from Tampa, Florida.
Okay. Well, we wish her safe travels, of
Yeah.
course. And anybody, oh, there she goes. And anybody in that area, we do send out our prayers and concerns. And guys, seriously, don't take this lightly. If you can get out, get away, definitely do that. Oh, she said she couldn't hear anyone. Oh, well, that's all right. We're sad, but
It's because of the area she's at. She tried to get on though.
yeah. Well, we saw her for a couple minutes. That's fine. Well, Mandy, then looks like you're in the hot seat. So we always start off by saying hello to our audience. So let's start off with Christina Bell. Welcome back, Christina. Christina has been hanging out with us for a while now. Diane, hello, and I agree. Diane says you brought some fans with you. I love it. Welcome to the show, Michael. What's up, my brother? How you doing?
It's
Michael had a
weird.
great
Some
show.
of those comments are coming through YouTube, but I'm not seeing anybody's comment on here.
I'm seeing them. I got them over here on my
That's
end.
weird. All
Ron,
right.
what's up, brother? How you doing? From RRLC Paranormal Facebook user. Hello. From Alton, Illinois. Love it.
Mhm.
And guys, just as a reminder, if you haven't already, look above in the description, and you'll have to give StreamYard access to your name so that way you can get your identity back. Mark Lee from Enlightened Souls Paranormal. What is up, my brother? How are you tonight?
Hello, Mark.
Bill's here. What's up, Bill? Bill is saying hello to Squeakers.
No.
And Mark's a fan as well. Mandy and the Ghost Sisters are awesome. Absolutely. I agree.
Nice.
I'm praying for Florida, 100%. Joe, how are you tonight, my brother? Joe's another one of our loyal listeners. Let's see. Amanda,
That's what I
welcome. Hello, Mandy. Awesome. Great to see y'all. You as well. And, of course, Aaron Hoffman. What is up, my brother? Welcome. So, Mandy, I'm so excited to have you on. And I personally, I don't fangirl, as they say, but I've been following you guys for quite a bit now. And I love what you guys are doing. I absolutely love your shows. I love your investigations. You guys are doing some amazing things. So let's start off by finding out what got you guys into this. What got you into the field?
I did. I kind of drugged my sisters into all this. Hi, Amanda. See, I decided because since I was young, I've been having experiences with spirits. So I was probably like 9 or 10 when it all started for me, and it kind of increased as I got older. And it just seemed like everywhere I lived, I was having these experiences, and the spirits were contacting me, and I was terrified. And I was driving my family crazy because they were like, well, we don't know what to tell you. You know? So I've always been intrigued with the paranormal. And I just, one day, I just said, you know what? I think I'm going to go to the Mansfield prison and do an investigation. Now, this is before I started Ghost Sisters. So I told my sister, I said, you're going with me because I don't want to go alone. And at the time, I was working in corrections. So I was an officer for years. But so me and Chastity decided we're going to go investigate the Mansfield prison in Ohio. Mm-hmm. So we did. All I had was, because I ordered me some stuff. I didn't want to go with just a flashlight.
Makes sense.
So I got the SB7 spirit box. I got the geophone. And of course, we had, I borrowed my sergeant's GoPro. And we just had flashlights, and we just went from there. And I captured some amazing evidence that landed me on a show that's getting ready to come out. And October 7th, that will be out.
Nice.
It was after that you know, I got hooked. I was like, okay, this is what I was meant to do. So I told my sister, I said, look, I'm starting up a team and you're joining. And she's like, what? She's like, whatever.
We always drag our siblings in with us.
Yeah.
don't we?
Yes, we
Somewhere.
do. Bye, Amanda.
See ya.
And yeah, so it just started from there and just been building it ever since.
That is awesome. And you know, I've heard a lot of stories doing these podcasts. Mikey, okay, what's up, Mikey? And I've seen the shows. I've had a couple of experiences, but this is the first I've ever heard you take sibling rivalry and turn it into, no, you're coming with me. Let's go. And, you know, I mean, I hear a lot of families say, "Oh, we watched the show together, or we watched this show, or we watched that movie, and it looks interesting." But never, "Hey, we're going to like a really notorious haunted location, and guess what? You're coming along. You have no choice." So
Yeah.
that is freaking awesome. But you said you were in corrections. I want to say, you know, thank you so much for what you do and what you've done in corrections, because I think it gets overlooked a lot. Law enforcement and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it.
Well,
So now that was your very first investigation? Like you didn't start off with like a cemetery or anything like that?
No.
You just went straight for the big leagues.
Well, actually, I ain't gonna lie to you because, like I said, growing up, it seemed like everywhere I was going, I was having experiences. And then when I was 18, out on my own, and where I was living, I was having experiences. And then every place after that. So the last place I actually lived in before I bought this house, I was having experiences in that home. So we actually kind of. We didn't really do an investigation because we didn't know what we was doing. We just turn off the lights and go down into the downstairs into the other part of the house and basically scare the crap out of ourselves because I go down there and start talking to them and they would give me signs, you know, and it just started like that. But my family grew up watching Taps when they first came out. That used to be our family thing on the weekend. The family would get together, coming on, and I couldn't have been but maybe 11 or 12 at the time. And I was like, wow, this is really happening. And kind of went with what, some of the things these people were experiencing, I was already experiencing at a young age. So I just kind of got hooked on them. And then as I got older, having my own experiences and then the other shows, and it all just lined up for me. I swear to you, everything just lined up for me. And it's all just going the way it's meant to go, and it's just been taken off, and I love it.
That's kind of with me. Like I had a couple of personal experiences myself, but again, Taps, you know, when Ghost Hunters first came out, the first 4 seasons were definitely kind of, I wouldn't say the catalyst, but it definitely pushed me into this field. I just thought it was fun. It looked like a great time, and then seeing other ones like Paranormal State and a couple others where they're helping people. That was just so much fun to see them helping people. And it's like, that's what I want to do. And that's awesome, though. That is absolutely awesome. So you're saying that you're having like these little experiences throughout your life. So do you have any gifts?
I'm a medium.
Oh, nice. Now, what I know this might sound kind of odd to some, but what specific type of mediumship are you? Are you more, you can fully see them, you pick up all the energies, you know, what is your gift and title?
I'm a little bit of everything. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a little bit of a physical medium. I'm an empath, an intuitive medium. It's like everything rolled into one. So how it works for me, I have seen the spirits with my eyes, but I'm not one to walk into a building and say, oh, there's a spirit standing right here, unless I see them in my third eye, you know. But for me, if spirit wants me to see them with my eyes, I'll see them, and I have. But it's more in my third eye. They'll start coming to me and I'll get images and I'll feel what happened to them. Yeah, it's crazy.
Not to get off of that topic, but do you feel like when it happens, you feel like they're yelling at you, like they're just right up in your face, like, ah?
Sometimes it's weird when they're invading your space. Yeah, I feel it. And I'm like, whoa, something's here. Oh boy, back off me. Depending on how the energy feels, you know, if I don't think it's anything really bad, then I'll allow them to come up on me.
Right.
long as they don't get too crazy, because some of them, they like to touch.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. I was actually talking about that on, what was it, the Petri dish? Squeaks? I was
I
talking
think
about
so.
that.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't have any abilities myself. The EMF field, I'm sensitive to, but I think that's the, just of my gifts. But, I've been pushed, scratched, bitten, all that fun stuff. And sometimes it gets a little aggressive, but you know what? Good evidence. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, one thing I wanted to ask, and actually, believe it or not, I've been saving this question for you. There's a lot of people out there who feel like they have abilities, or gifts, but they don't know. They're unsure, or they want to feel like they're trying to unlock this. How do you? What is
Or
your
they're
suggestion to
learning.
them?
Well, first I want to say everybody has abilities. They just most of us have shut them down, because when you're younger and you start to have your first experience when you're young, you might be maybe hearing somebody, maybe some seeing, because children are they're very sensitive. They can see spirits.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're young, and you tell your parents what's going on, and they're telling you right away, oh, it's just your imagination. So right away, that child's going to shut that down over time. But there's some that don't shut it down. To those who haven't shut it down, like me, they're wide open. But for anyone who's trying to tap back into that, I would do lots of meditations and maybe find yourself a mentor to help you.
Okay. So if these people are looking for a mentorship, are you talking like on the Reiki side, or are you thinking like other types of mediums?
Someone who's a medium and offers mentorships to help you.
And that's
Awesome.
another reason why these programs right here are so good for people, because I can't tell you how many people I went through before I got here. It was like pulling hot peppers from a pepper plant, I just didn't know which one had the right information.
Actually, it was funny for Sarah Squeakers. She came to me asking for advice on some things, and just out of random. And now she's my co-host, so now she's kind of stuck. So, what did your sister say then? Like when you started saying, "Hey, we're going to start doing this," what was their reactions? Like, what kind of feedback?
Well, Chastity's been with me from the start.
Mhm.
It'll be 5 years in October. There
Congrats.
actually, when I first started, it was Chastity and I and another one of my co-workers, another female, and she was in corrections. So it was us three ladies, and then we added on 2 males, but the men were behind us. We had a tech guy, and we had a guy who looked up the history on locations for us. But it was always us females out in the front, because I wanted it to be an all-female team, even though we had the men, but the men were behind us. And we only brought them out to help when we needed them, like on a bigger location. They would come out and help investigate. But then over time, we went through different investigators, and then eventually we got the 2 guys off the team, and now it's completely a female team, no men. Nothing against men, it's just an all-female team. I felt guided to have it as an all-female team, because I had the men on the team with us, but it wasn't working out. And it was almost like my spirit guides were like, no, you need to leave it as an all-female team. And I was like, okay.
Communication is key, man. I swear.
No, 100%.
And later on, my sister Bobby Joe, she didn't come on till about 2 years ago is when she joined. So she hasn't been on the whole time. She's just recently. So now it is an all sister team, actually.
So then it was probably 3 years of, oh, that looks like fun, and then finally it's like, you know what, screw it, I'm coming along. Is that kind of how that went?
It's funny because my sister Bobby says, well, when we were younger, we used to go out to the clubs, and now we ghost hunt. I'm like, well,
just as expensive, but you get more out of it. So Mark says Enlightened Souls Paranormal will be joining Mandy and at the shrine. We're excited to get a solid date and go. That's awesome. Mark and Enlightened Souls Paranormal are such an amazing group. I love those guys. Proud P3 family member, and they've really become great family, just like a lot of these people are.
I did a podcast with them. They were awesome.
I love the Wolfpack, right? The Wolfpack podcast. Yep. Mark and Sean are two amazing brothers of mine, and we've helped revamp Enlightened Souls, and they just went, and they're doing an amazing job, and an absolutely amazing job. So do you guys just do like the business side or the local locations, or do you do residentials as well?
Yes, we do residentials. Well, we keep the residentials and closer to us.
Mhm.
The furthest I will go is maybe an hour and a half away.
That's
But
fair.
but for an investigation, like to the other places, buildings or wherever we're going,
Mhm.
we go far. We travel far. I think actually the furthest I've ever been investigated, yeah, was in Hollywood with Patty Negri. I was at
Ah,
her for 3 nights, and she got me into the Cecil Hotel. And
I think I remember that live because
yeah,
Patty is
funny.
such a beautiful woman, beautiful soul.
I love her.
The energy is just like, we actually interviewed her, I think, on Women Investigate too. And I told Brian Laverty when the show was over, I was like, I just want to go investigate now. After talking with Patty, it's like, let's go.
We brought her to the shrine, and she investigated with us girls. We had a big
Oh,
ladies thing there, and it was awesome.
oh
She
my
opened the
gosh.
dragon portal table. She did a seance and everything. It was awesome.
She is a wonderful soul. I love her. So energetic, and it's
Mhm.
contagious, even on
Yeah.
lives. But so actually, you say about the Cecil Hotel in Hollywood. I actually started out in San Diego, just south of Hollywood, and that's where I started my paranormal career. Did you ever make it up to Studio City in Hollywood, outside of Hollywood?
No, Patty and me, because I was with her for 3 days. Travel.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, me and her just did like a Patty and Mandy's adventures around Hollywood. It's all over YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And she just took me to all these haunted locations, like the house where the Black Dahlia,
Mm-hmm.
where that happened to that lady.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get to go inside, but we were out front of there. And there was some other hotels and haunted hotels that she took me to, parks, and it was interesting. It really
Yeah.
was.
There are a lot of haunted locations out in Hollywood. I don't think, like, people obviously hear about Hollywood being haunted, which it is.
Mhm.
A lot of studios, like the Jim Henson Studio and other places, are very haunted. But there's a lot of parks, like you were saying, that are haunted as well. So let me ask you then. So what has been your favorite so far? What has been the favorite spot for you?
Man, I do have a lot of them, but I want to say my favorite ones would be, my top one is the shrine, because it's totally unique, and
Mhm.
it's I've not come across another location like it. Shrine, and I really enjoyed the Mansfield Prison and a place in Missouri called Cooper Hill Village. Those would be my top three. I mean, I like the asylums too. So, but Cooper Hill, I actually saw, and gosh, I seen these legs, a pair of legs walking, guys. I seen it.
Been
Yes,
I
there.
love when that happens.
Been there. I saw a pair of feet cross in front of me at the USS North Carolina this past year. And I live at that time, Squeaks?
Yeah, because I pointed it out, and then you saw it at the same time, like right as I pointed it out, and you were like, "Holy shit!"
Oh, that's right.
And
That's
then
right.
it went
That's right.
running.
That's right. Well, no, that was the second time. The first time when I was down in the commissary area. So in the battleship, there was like a certain spot where they can buy like ice cream, soda, a bunch of just random stuff. And I sit down my camera to kind of look at the area and
Are you
that
talking
part of
about
the ship.
Superboy?
And no, that was that Surfer Boy can kiss my ass. But I set the camera down, and I started to walk over towards this other porthole, the doorway, and a pair of feet literally walked right in front of me, and I just froze. I'm like,
It
Okay.
catches so hard. It really does.
and then I don't know if you know Emmy from PDX Paranormal, another amazing woman. in this field. She actually saw a face. Like there was a couple little areas, a couple rooms in the ship that were closed off. They just had a couple like mannequins and stuff like that. She saw a face down this one hallway, and it was like literally right at the glass staring at her. I saw the same thing 2 hours prior, and we didn't even talk to each other about it. We told somebody else about it, a third party. 2 hours later, it happened to her. She told that third party, and he goes, "Wait, Matt just had the same experience 2 hours ago. I didn't even say anything. I forgot all about it."
We saw something like that in between the bunker area, but it wasn't. I don't know if we actually caught it or what, but it was really trippy.
It freaks you out. It startles you. I don't care how many times you see spirits. It's always startling. Diane says they all saw plagues.
Oh yeah. I've seen partial bodied apparitions. I've seen full bodied. I've seen disembodied feet, legs, arms. Every time it's freaky. It's like, damn, what the anyway. Which actually is a good segue to my next question for you. And this is one I love to ask people with a lot of experience. What has been your oh shit moment? What was one that made you take a couple steps back or just go no and walk out or want to walk out?
Oh gosh, man. I have to think. There's so many. Well, okay. Yeah. I've had some experiences like this at the shrine. Oh, well, I didn't walk out, but I was really kind of terrified because I was at the shrine and we had invited another team to investigate with us. And one of the members of the shrine was standing outside this door, and I had gone into this little room to get me a piece of cake, and it was about 2:00 in the morning. And all of a sudden I seen this, there was something trying to manifest on me right here. And it almost looked translucent, like a brown color kind of. And I didn't know what it was. And I freaked out and I started spinning around and trying to knock it off my shoulder. And I literally seen this thing go flying underneath the table, and it went through the wall. And I was freaked out, and I was like, "Oh no!" But of course, I was spending the night at the shrine, so I was kind of stuck there. But I wasn't the only one that seen it. The member of the shrine had seen it, and he said, "Mandy," he said, "Girl, you had something trying to manifest on you." I said, "Oh, I'm so happy you seen that, because oh my gosh, it was terrifying." But I couldn't leave the shrine.
I agree with Joe. I'm all about that cake. I heard cake and I was like,
So when you say the shrine, what do you mean by the shrine? Where is that located?
This is in Bristol, Tennessee, and it's called the Ura Shrine. It's it's hard to explain this location. And this guy had found me. He came across my intuitive medium Mandy page that I have, where I do all my live readings for people and I do my tarot and stuff. He found me. He was looking for someone to help him because he was having something that was terrifying that was going on at his location. So basically, this is an area where a man who lives here, and it was handed down from his family. It was his grandfather's place, and his uncles had all lived there too, because it's like a huge duplex. And it has a bamboo next to it, and it has a cemetery right in front of it. Gotcha. So the owner, he worked in law enforcement too, and he worked in law enforcement for years. So he reaches out to me to help him with this entity. He didn't know what was going on, and I was able to connect with everything that was going on and figured out what the problem was real quick. And when I figured it out, everything stopped. So that's how I met this guy. There's more to it, but it's too long to tell.
Of course.
So ever since then, he's been grateful to me and the Ghost Sisters because of what I did for him. But the location, what it is, this guy, he teaches, well, he doesn't teach, but he balances the yin and the yang. So it's like half of the place is for the living and then the other is for the dead. Okay.
Gotcha.
So he has an earth gate there for the witches. He just recently this year finished building the witch's stead. Now he also has a self-man-made cave, which is awesome. and he has this huge bamboo that sits on some caves, and the whole place is sitting on limestone. But there's Japanese cultures here, okay? So there's a lot of things there, and
Right.
they have this dragon portal table. Now, when I say dragon portal table, you're like, what? Yes, this thing weighs like, I think 6,000 or 7,000 pounds. And how it was made with dragon cement. And what they allowed was each, people like to come here, different cultures that do different, rituals, you know.
Right.
They come to the shrine, and they used to come to the shrine because they think it's a peaceful place, which not to me.
Nope.
I was gonna say it sounds like a lot of energy.
It's crazy.
Far from it.
So how it was built was these people came, and each person that has a different practice. Now I don't know what kind of practices, and I don't know those crazy stuff, I guess, but they put their own rituals on this table. Each layer was done differently by a different person who practices something. Okay. So you got 6 or 7 layers of this built into this table. So basically, it's a giant table. It's got dragon heads on it. It has fire that shoots up off of it. It has mirrors on it because it's a portal. It's one big gigantic.
Actually, kind of awesome.
Portal. I don't know if you guys have seen any video of this, but you'll never see another table like this. I promise you. I don't think there's another one out there. If Zach Baggins would see it, he'd want it. No joke.
That just sounds like a bunch of chaotic energy, and
you have no idea. I can't even explain everything to you. That's the best I can do. But it has they allow anything to come through the portal table, so anything is welcomed. He has
thorough, but I can understand it.
Yeah, he has haunted dolls. He has voodoo dolls. He has all kinds
right
of
up
stuff.
Lisa's alley.
No,
Japanese things that are haunted. It's yeah.
Now the Japanese stuff I might be all about, but hearing about those he can keep the haunted dolls.
I can only handle, like I said, a few of them, and that's the first 3 that Lisa had at the very beginning. I can't do haunted dolls, man.
No.
I have one.
See, Mandy, for me, it's not that I have like a phobia. It's more or less PTSD. I did a client here in central Pennsylvania, and the short version, there was one room we weren't allowed to go into during the baseline because the daughter was doing homework or whatever, which is fine. You know, I understand that. The night of the investigation, though, we had fair reign of everything. So I went in to set up cameras, and as soon as I walk in that damn room, there was 45 dolls, porcelain dolls, staring at me. I went and walked. I went, nope. I gave my camera to one of my other investigators. I said, "Here, you put that in." He goes, "Why?" Walks in and went, "No." He's like, "F that." I'm like,
"Right." I'll just put a camera here, and here, and then we're
Actually, I don't think I said this before, but I actually put it on the outside. We had someone, like the window was open, so we just kind of lifted the outside of the window and just set the camera in without going in the room. We're like, "Yep,
let them out the window."
That's fine. Looks good to me. If they start crawling out the window, let them crawl out the window. So Diane actually says something that I want to hear this. This has to be a good story. When you were scrying, there was a head?
Oh, yes. See, there's multiple rooms at this location. I'm forgetting. There is an area that he's rearranged things a lot because he's constantly building onto the shrine. So they're in the cave. Now, in this cave, he has a hot tub and a cold tub. Okay, that's kind of goes with the yin and the yang. And I don't know how to explain it all. But this cave is awesome, you guys. But it's very haunted. There's something dark in there. He has an old coffin in there too, and he keeps a skeleton in that thing. It's just creepy. But he has an area. It's a closet they call the Crossroads, and he used to keep all these haunted Japanese dolls, voodoo coconuts. I mean, I can't even go on to things he had in this thing. So when he built the witch's steed, he took it out and put the dolls and everything around the witch's room.
Okay.
So now he moved the scrying room that used to be upstairs, downstairs into the cave where the haunted objects used to be. So I did a live session in there, and I had a live set up on me, and people were watching, and they were saying everything they were seeing. And I guess they swore up and down. They saw a face behind me, which I did sense a dark
Huh.
presence up on me. So, and I did feel like something was trying to take me over. I kind of could tell that I looked like I was changing in the mirror. I felt different. Hell, I looked different. I looked like I was getting a beard.
Okay. That's kind of odd. Like I've heard of like metaphysical changing, like you can feel your aura changing and you take on a presence, but never like in a physical sense like that. That's kind of cool.
You could
That's kind of
see the change in this mirror. It was crazy.
Ooh. Oh, it was the reflection. Oh, okay. Okay. So Anthony wants to know if you would actually use the dragon table that you're talking about. Would you actually?
Yes, we use it all the time when we go there.
I
Yes,
actually
we
would
open
too.
it up. We always open it up. And actually, us ladies are going October 7th and the 8th. We will be there with 13 females. So it's going to be crazy active.
Will you go live by chance?
Yes, we will be live. Yes, we
Ooh,
will.
Awesome. We're gonna have to write that one down.
Yes, you guys are going to see it all. This dragon table will have 13. It's such a big table. It's not a little round table. This is a long table that will fit 13 women around it. Perfect. Okay. And we will all be there. The dragon table will be lit up because we're going to do a seance.
You know,
We're
no
going to be with,
disrespect. No-
chicks and spirits. We'll be with chicks and spirits and high heels and
Nice.
hauntings.
You know,
Hell yeah.
no disrespect to the dragon table, but I'm a smart ass, Mandy. I don't know if you're aware, but I would play like poker or something on this dragon table just to get that energy. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what's funny? There's actually was a group of these young kids, probably in their 20s, actually came and played like dragons game on the table. It was
Dungeons
an
and
actual
Dragons?
board game. They sat there for hours and played on
Holy
the
crap.
dragon table.
Now, does anybody else think of like Dungeons
Wow.
and Dragons? Like, how
Yeah.
ironic would that be? Play Dungeons and Dragons on
I
a
think
dragon
that
table.
would have been
a
a game
new
that
version of it,
playing.
so I can understand that they probably did start playing the new version of it. I like the older version personally, but
Dungeon,
now you know
dungeon
something
in
new
a real
about
life.
And above the table, you guys, they have this mirror hanging down because as below above,
Mhm.
they have an actual mirror outline the same distance of
That's
the
trippy.
portal table. The mirror is. It looks just like it's like a
That
reflection.
could be a
It's
lot in
pretty.
itself.
Oh, you guys, this table vibrates. I have literally sat and personally seen one of my investigators that was on my team before. I literally watched her face mortified to like a look
And
like
you
a
guys
whip.
didn't see anything like hooked up to the table or nothing at all, like evidence of.
Oh yeah, we'll put devices all over that table and they just go crazy.
But like
And the lights
nothing
start
that
flickering.
the owner
He
would have
has-
put down.
Huh?
Nothing like anything like what the owner would have put down or anything. It was just
She's
Like,
saying like nothing. Nobody stages this. This is all like natural, legit.
No, he's not
Yeah.
like that.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. You know,
That's awesome.
I was all excited and hearing about this table, and then you said about the mirror. I'm like, well, there's where a lot of the energy's coming from. Okay, yeah. But Anthony, I'll take my Pokemon cards. You might summon a couple of Pokemon on this table from the sounds of it.
Pokemon you don't want.
There's dark things there. There's
Ah.
things that are elemental. There is dark entities there. There is things from the past, things from today there. I mean, there's everything there. There's witches. We go there and they'd be like, witch. Every time we would take her to the Yura shrine, they would call her a witch. Every time, witch.
Oh, they
There's
would.
Wow.
witches there that are in spirit, but there's
Right.
3 witches there.
They would absolutely love my wife, the Wicked Consultant. She
Uh-huh.
she is a
She would
practicing witch.
love this location. She would
Oh
love
man. Well, I know what's going on her bucket list. Maybe I'll have to go.
This is not a paid place to get in. You have to, like, we're members of the shrine. We are Ghost Sisters are members of the shrine, so you have to know somebody to get in, and
Oh.
so he has to feel comfortable. If I say, "Yeah,
Makes
this
sense.
seems cool. Let's get them here," and he'll say, "Okay, that's cool," and he'll set up a big event. Like they actually have a chef that comes and cooks for us ladies every time we come. We spend the night there. No one has ever spent the night there, but us girls, we're the only team that's ever spent the night there.
See, you had
Everyone
me on
else-
chef.
We have our own cook for us.
You literally had me as soon as you said chef. I'm like, well,
They stuff
I'm-
us.
I
I'm
wanna
talking
go.
lots of food. I'm like, oh my god.
Don't tease the fat kid. Never forget that most spirits were once human and should be respectful until they are rude. Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. And Pam says, Mandy, have you mentioned the chandelier above the table?
What?
Actually,
Above
there
the
is a
mirror?
huge one that sits above. It is above the dragon portal table. Now these lights flicker. These are not your normal lights. They're the LED lights.
Mhm.
So they shouldn't be flickering, if you know what I
Mhm.
mean.
Yeah.
They flicker all the time. Whenever anyone's sitting around that portal table, they just start going crazy.
I want to go
I
so
want-
bad now.
I was just going to say, yeah.
I've had experiences there, you guys. I'm terrified to go upstairs alone. I'm not gonna lie, and I've done isolations alone there, and I have done lots of things by myself. But I am terrified to go upstairs, and I will not go alone. I'll tell you that right now. I've had too many bad things happen.
I'm one of those idiots. It's like, ooh, that doesn't look good. I'll go.
Pam's always down.
Hey, I'm right there with you. I can fit in. I may be a big boy, but I'll fit in a suitcase if I'm going to these locations. Let's go. Let's go. See, no, I'm one of those idiots in the field to where if there's a sketchy situation, I'm right up front because my thing is, and I've told all my teams this that I've ever ran. If you see me pinned up against the wall, if you see me levitating, if I'm on the ceiling fan spinning around, don't help me.
Get your
Record
recording
that. Exactly. That's good
I'm
evidence.
about to start laughing your butt off because that's exactly what I would do. Like I said
See-
before.
See, I can already see it now. If I get pinned up like on a ceiling fan and I'm spinning around, I won't be screaming for help. I'll be sitting there singing. I'll be like, "You spin me right." Yeah, that'll be me. That'll be me.
I love it.
But like, I look at a location like that where everyone's like, "Ooh, I probably shouldn't." I'm like, "I probably should. Let's go."
Well,
Right.
This is a location that's it's never been on TV. There's not a lot of people know about it. There's people starting to learn more about it because we've been going there for 2 years, and every time we go, we spend the night and we go live. So people are starting to find out more about it, but you have to have that connection to go because you can't just pop up and be like, "Oh, I'd like to come here and investigate." No, he's gonna look at you like you're crazy.
Which I can understand. I can understand that.
This man lives there alone, and I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it. He's surrounded by the craziness there, but he says, "Well, if they harm me, they know that I'll be on the other side with them. But who's going to take care of the place? You know, he's
Yep.
going to take care of the place."
And
But
I don't know if you know Brian John Laverty from Parapost, but I've told him and several others. I have a list, so when I go, I'm going down that list. And Brian, I think I'm going to move Brian up to 41. He was at 42, but I've seen those pictures with him and Patty Adams from the G team, and I'm jealous. They're going to Bobby Mackey's tonight with a couple of our other P3 family members,
Mhm.
and I'm jealous. So I think everyone's moving up on the list this weekend. So thank you. Appreciate it, Facebook user. So, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break, so do not go anywhere. We will be back with Mandy. We're going to talk about some of the future investigations of Ghost Sisters and a couple of other things. So while you are here, please don't forget to hit the share button, like, follow, all that good stuff, because number one, Mandy deserves it. Mandy and Ghost Sisters deserve it. Their links are right below, so go check them out. Most of their social media, if not all of them, are in there. Go check them out. I know they have a wonderful TikTok too. I watch them on TikTok.
Oh.
Yeah, I found TikTok. I was like, I know that was one of the first ones. I asked Mandy for some of the links, and I was like, I'm literally clicking and copy and paste for your TikTok. And I'm like, so what's the other ones? But go check them out, guys. But we'll be right back after this quick commercial break. So don't go anywhere.
You asked for my heart, you left it alone. I'm giving it all, but you wanted more. Every piece you stole, left me everything you wanted from me. Take my heart and soul.
Welcome back, everybody. We are talking with Mandy from Ghost Sisters. We're having an amazing conversation. But before we get back into it, I want to just give a couple of quick shout outs to our sponsor, of course, Maglite. Again, guys, if you haven't already, go get yourself a Maglite. I don't know what else to say. I've used it in the military. I've used it investigating. They're reliable, they're affordable, and they're well built. What else do I got to say?
I believe they got a variety of them now too. So that's
Oh,
it.
yeah.
You got big ones,
Yeah.
you got small ones, you got medium styles.
What did I call that big one that they sent us for a bunch for our little giveaway? But they had a really big one. What do they call that? The squeaker beater? Is that what I called that?
Yeah.
It is a big SOB. Anyway, but seriously, go check them out. We want to give them a special thanks and shout out. We love you guys over at Maglite. Obviously, Global Ghost Hunt, Parapost Network Central. We love you guys. Seriously, if you guys haven't already and you're interested, go check out globalghosthunt.com. It's going to be a game-changing event. Yours truly is a part of it. I am not only the consultant for the Global Ghost Hunt, but I'm also one of the location managers, along with our boy Raymond Newsom, which he's investigating Bobby Mackey's. Jealous. But we've got a variety of different things. Full team support. You saw the video. full team support, full location support. You don't have to have a team. You can just be a location that wants to sign up. That's fine too. We will find you a team. We will help in every way, shape, or form we can. Seriously, go check it out now. globalghosthunt.com. Obviously, Parapost Network Central. We're streaming on here now. You can find this show and many others. Amazing podcast over at Parapost Network Central. And while you're over on Facebook, definitely go check out Paralinks. Paralinks, we just partnered up with Parapost. Howard, Steven, and all them, they're absolutely phenomenal. I love those guys. And listen, I just can't listen anywhere else. No, I'm joking. Actually, I love it. They have a variety of different shows. And Mandy, I don't know if you've heard of Paralinks, but they have some absolutely wild shows out there. They've got, they're so amazing. There's some that are really informative. There are some that are just relaxing to listen to. And then there's ones like the one Squeakers and I co-host, the Petri Dish, which is just so out there. NC-17, adult language, adult theme, but they're not like disgusting about it. It's just let go. Just let go and have fun. So, guys, go check them out today. And obviously, if you are new to the field or even want to refresh yourself, go to Ghost Hunter Advice. You can find Tanner over on Facebook. You can find him on YouTube and a couple other platforms. But he now does a live podcast called Ghost Hunter Advice Live. Great information, very knowledgeable, and a good refresher. And you never know who's going to pop on. So I want to thank all those guys and obviously our P3 family. Much love to you guys for everything you do. We've got some really big events coming up from the P3 program, including Para Unity Day 2023. More details coming very soon. So, like I said, we're back here with Mandy from Ghost Sisters. She was telling us about this dragon table and the energy from this thing. I just thinking about it is giving me a headache, but it also gets me excited too. I'm like, what can I do to have the spirits pretty much just smack me inside of the face?
I wonder if he would let us make that like an area for our Para Unity Day or something, or an event.
I don't know. I think from the sounds of it, he likes his privacy.
Right.
He does like his privacy, but he also is down to like depending on who we're bringing, he's down he loves Patty. So Patty's a witch, and he has witches at his shrine. So, and he has the Earth Gate, he has the witches so Patty coming there he loved it. Oh. So we had a big event for her. It was an all-female thing. We invited whoever to come, all females to come, and it was awesome.
Oh, that sounds so amazing. Hey, Debbie, welcome. Bill, hey, Matt, it's Hunts. I know Hunts. So I don't know if you know the context behind this one, Mandy, but yesterday my wife and one of our friends was in Gettysburg for Para Unity Day. And there's a whole nother story beside itself. But anyway, he said that there was a place that sold really good cheesesteaks. And here in Central PA, we take our cheesesteaks pretty seriously. And he was trying to tell me about it. And I was like, you just can't say it's a cheesesteak. It's a place that has really good. I want to know the name of it. So he was filling me in on that. And Pam, thank you very, very much. We appreciate it. And by the way, folks, if you have a question for Mandy or you want something to say, have at it. Say whatever you like. We will bring it up. This show is very interactive. So we're all here to hang out and have some fun. So I know you're going to the shrine again, but where else? What else is coming up for the Ghost Sisters? What can we expect to see?
Well, we will be live this Saturday in our hometown out of Marion, Ohio, at a location. We have been there one time, and they invited us to come back. So more things have been happening, so they want us to come back and investigate. But it used to be a long time ago. I think the location was built in the early 1800s, but it's huge. It has the like two buildings connected into one. And it used to be a funeral home at one time years ago. And it also, I heard it used to be a store, but I never known it to be a store. I've only known it to be bars.
Okay, that's fair.
So the whole time I grew up in Marion, it was always a bar. So now it's no longer, Well, it has a bar in it. It's now a brewing company. They make beer.
Okay, cool.
So people go there, and they do have a bar, and you can get your drink brewed right there and sit down and drink.
What kind of
And
place?
but it has another. You go out the door, and you go over to the next side of it, and it goes up, and there's like another big area that's attached to it that used to be where they don't know, but they do know. I think one of the presidents used to hang there. Yes, and would have women there. We do know that much. But we don't know if it was a brothel back in the day because it's so old, and the history right there is just all of it's old. So, but it's haunted.
Very well could be.
There's some things in the crawl space in the basement, and I don't want to say what he found. The owner, the guy who owns the place, he was crawling in the crawl space, and I'm just going to tell you. I don't want to tell you what it is, because I don't think he'd want me to put it out there. But
I was going to say, I have an NC-17 banner, so if you need me to put that up, I'll be more than happy to.
I'll just tell you, it used to be a funeral home, and God only knows.
Okay. I think I kind of get the idea.
Yeah, I drove too.
Hi, Liz. Liz is
Hi.
another amazing individual, Mandy. She's everywhere. Her and Raymond Newsom are freaking everywhere, and I love Liz to death. So I have to ask, and this is something that I did pick up from another podcast, but it's a great question. So if you're watching, you know who you are. But so I know each team has their own, personality per investigator. Who's the prankster? Who's the serious one? Who's the one egging people on? If you had to divide that up between you and your sisters, what titles do you give everybody?
Oh God. They got titles. Well, I haven't given. Well, my sister Bobby's a skeptic. She's half and half, actually.
Okay.
I won't tell you what I call my sister Chastity when we're not live. This is a name I've called her for years, but I won't say it on live. But Chastity, I'd say she likes to. She's the one that speaks her mind, so she doesn't think when she speaks, so she just blurts out anything.
Okay.
She would be the one that is like, I'd say, agging things on.
She's the antagonist.
I'm
Okay.
serious, but yet I'm serious, but yet I do have fun, because you just can't be serious the whole time. And I'm a very down to earth person, so I know when you're investigating, the higher your the vibrations, the more the connection for spirit. So if you're just going to be boring and you go in and try to be all serious, who the hell going to want to talk to someone just like that? Me personally, if I was a spirit still here, I would want to go where the fun people are, So that's how I look at it, because the vibrations and the energy, raising the vibration.
Well, they like to tease too, so
yeah.
the better the reaction, the better.
I'm the same way. Like I cannot stand, well, I understand some people are like this, but you go in with like a K2 and a digital recorder. What's your name? Is there anybody here? No, screw that. I want to say, who was your favorite football team? Like, what are the winning lottery numbers?
Right.
What was your favorite game to do as a kid? Do something fun. Do you guys part? What's it? I've even asked spirits, what's it like to die? Thomas Whaley from the Whaley House. I asked him that, and all I got was over the SB7. He goes, cold.
Oh wow.
Cool. So bring a sweater. Is that what you're telling me? And it's sometimes good to get away from the traditional questions. Like, so that's really cool. Now, I do want to know, and this is something I've been interested in since I've been watching you guys, the Ghost Sisters. Pranking. We all know what happens on teams. Who's the prankster in your group, and what kind of pranks, if you can say that?
All of us are pranksters.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
What's been the
We're
favorite?
always trying to scare each other.
What's the favorite? Or what's the most recent? What's the most recent then?
Well, I would say They tried to. I think it happened at the shrine. Actually, I think it would have been a while back. I think my sister and them tried to one time trick me, and they left me upstairs. I think they tried to pull a prank and leave me up there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure there's more to it, and I just can't remember. But they're always doing something crazy. Like when a lot of times we stay at these haunted locations, we run a live feed on us at nighttime while we're sleeping. So I mean, no, I can't say that anybody did anything then. I can't really recall any offhand, but we're always trying to scare each other. We're always
That's
doing,
fair.
you know what I mean? And if you watch us, and it's just like sisters arguing all the time. We try not to argue on live feed, but me and my sister Chastity, we kind of do.
There's nothing wrong with that. And see, that's the other thing. Be yourself. Be yourself. Have fun.
We are, and that's the problem. We're being ourselves, and sometimes it gets I gotta walk away sometimes. Because the energy can get bad, because I'll feel the energy, and the spirit will try to take advantage of my energy, and I will just get angry with my sister.
So let's keep with this little theme here. So what's been the funniest with the sisters? What's been your funniest moments?
Think of any bloopers?
Yeah, we have lots of moments. Oh gosh, I'm gonna say one of the funniest moments would have been we were in Cincinnati, Ohio, at the I can't remember it was, a funeral home. Can't remember what it was called, but anyway, we were there. And we were going downstairs. We had just ended live feed. It was me and the girl that used to be on my team, Jenny. Mm-hmm. We were going down the stairs to get the cameras and grab the recorder. The lights were on, and I'm in front, and Jenny's behind me. And Bobby, Joe, and Chastity they stayed at the top while we went downstairs. We just started going down the stairs, and all of a sudden, I hear this disembodied voice. I hear a guy go, in a real mean voice, he says, "Get out of my house." And then I hear a distant voice. He says, "Hey, ladies." And I heard somebody running up on us. It was like something was charging. You could hear this thing charging.
That would have scared the crap out of me.
I about ran Jenny over. I know that's not really funny, but it was funny because I literally charged in front of her, and I was gone. And
that was a stampede.
We get to the top. Jenny goes left. I go towards my sisters, my Bobby, Joe, and Chastity. I don't know where the heck Jenny went. She split. Well, she ended up getting smacked by the spirit. The next day when she got up, she had like marks on her face, man. It got her.
Wow.
Not that it was funny, but the way it all went down, and we weren't live, but we captured it all on the recorder, and you can hear everything going on. You hear screaming, you hear the voices, you hear everything. And oh my gosh, it was.
So Amy wants to know, is it the Broadwell Funeral Home? Is that the one?
Broadwell Funeral Home in Cincinnati. Yep.
Okay.
Very haunted.
You know, you got to love those moments because, I mean, let's be honest. We talk about it, and I know everyone who's watched Ghost Hunters knows what I'm talking about. We always say, don't have a dude run moment. Don't do that. That's bad. But I'm telling you, they're funny as hell. I love them.
It was funny. It really was. And there was another time, too. We were all down in that basement there. All of us girls were down there, and we had a recorder set up on us, and Spirit came over and pulled on my hoodie, and I did like a little dance, like what the? I'm trying to, and it was funny because I actually uploaded it on Ghost Sisters because it was funny, and you just see me like freaking out down there. We have a lot of funny moments, and I've posted some stuff with the bats. We had one time we were with another team here in Ohio, and we all were freaking out because this bat came out of nowhere and started flying over all of us. Everybody started screaming, and somebody was recording this, so they ended up putting it on TikTok. So, yeah.
I think I've seen that one. I think I have. I watch a lot of TikTok, but I think I've seen that one. And Pam is agreeing here. Just don't tell Mandy there's a bat or bugs anywhere close to her.
Yeah. I don't do the big flying cockroaches.
No,
You don't do
no,
those.
no.
I don't do the bats. No.
Thank you, Liz. I appreciate that. Yeah, I did a live. It was almost a 2-hour live, I think, yesterday from Gettysburg. A lot of fun. I enjoyed it. What's up, Joe? Haven't seen you in a hot minute. How you been, brother? So I have just 2 more questions for you. The first one is one I'd like to ask a lot of investigators with experience in the field. I know we have, with the paranormal and Paraunity and everybody, our field growing and our community growing, a lot of new teams are coming out of the woodwork, and some who want to start new teams. What is your best suggestion to these individuals who want to start in the field?
Well, first of all, make sure you, it's expensive, I want to tell you, so be prepared. And even if you don't have a lot of money, that's okay. You can go to the basics, flashlight, you could use, you have a recorder, just go to the basics. I would, when you start a team, you're going to go through a lot of people. It's just the way it is. You might get lucky and keep everybody that you started with, but I mean, the odds of that I found are kind of slim. So just know that when you start your team, have fun, be serious, but yet still have fun, and just be careful out there. I say don't go alone, but I've done it alone, so I can't say that.
I've said the same thing. Going alone, especially being a new investigator, is not the way to do it. You go with, network with people, find some teams, work with teams, and hang out with them. You don't need to join it. Just go and ask questions. Start
It's
networking.
also a good way for validation. I mean, you can't validate anything other than like your videos or
Hi, Beth.
Hi, Beth.
Your recordings. I mean, if it's just you, you could pretty much validate that, but anything else, it's going to be unvalidated and
100%.
a hot mess.
100%.
And just know that if you're going to do something like this, know what you're talking about if you're going to do lives. Know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So kind of do your background research on things, on your equipment, on dust and orbs, please, because this is something that me and my sister always argue over. And I'm like, for the love of God, sister, you've been on this team for 5 years, and we go back and forth over these, dust being orbs and friction. But it's funny, but then it's not, But
I'm the same way. I'm right there with you.
Difference though, because isn't it like dust kind of only moves like one way, and orbs kind of move all over the place unless there's a fan on?
It can, but there are other characteristics to make orbs.
Night vision cameras will make night vision cameras. The IR night vision camera will make it look like it's flickering, like it's something that's not.
All right, I understand that one.
You'll know if there is an actual orb. Most orbs have a color to them. Mm-hmm. I've seen them with my eyes, but light anomalies, now those are very interesting. Now I like to get those, and I've captured some interesting ones, but they're not the same to me as an orb. An orb to me is something with color, and most of them have color, or you got white, you got pink, you got every color out there.
I've seen yellow and white.
I have seen gold, and I have seen pink and blue with my eyes.
See, for me, one of the most generic ways to tell the difference is look for evidence that goes alongside it. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of times, if they're manifesting some sort of energy ball, you might catch something else with it. And that helps validate footsteps, voices, EVPs, something along those lines. Even static electricity, something to validate. You can't, dust, there's really only other thing is allergies, I guess. I don't know. There's a lot of dust. Someone starts sneezing. Yeah, that's dust. You can hear them sneezing. Right. I don't know. But it's all about validation. So, and here's the one thing that I always like to tell people, and I think, Mandy, you hit on it too, is be yourself. Don't worry. Don't mimic what,
other teams are doing or what you watched on TV. Be yourself.
Exactly.
I've seen
that happen a lot.
We've always been a goofy team. My sister's always been goofy. I mean, and that's just the way she is. Now, and some of the things that she blurts out, yeah, you need to tighten it up a little bit, sister. But she's just herself, you know. But we're just, that's just the way we are. We're just being ourselves out there. Like I said, I don't want people to think, oh, these guys are being too goofy. They're not taking it serious, because that's why I showed that serious side. And but yet I'll laugh because it's, you know, something funny happens. Spirit might do something funny, or my sister might do something funny. I'm gonna laugh, you know.
Yeah.
Or
Right.
I get scared. I scream a lot. You know, I do. I scream a lot, so they find that funny.
Same. And actually, I spoke with Marcus Welly from Minnesota Spirit Hunters on Monday with the Paracrew Podcast. We were talking about that switch. There's a professional attitude, and then there's just straight up goofy, whatever. You need to know when to hit that switch. You will feel it. And when you walk into an investigation, and Mandy, I'm sure you know this, you just feel that energy, and it's like, okay, it's game time. It's time to get down to business. We got to do it. And then you just start to feel it kind of taper off. And it's like, okay, it feels a little more lax. It feels a little bit more whatever. It feels a little empty. Let's stir some things up by having some fun. You know, let's get that energy going.
That's what we do on the show here too. You know, we have those awkward moments. We will crack up with a joke or no tomorrow, and then it gets going, and it brings up other conversations. And
what are you talking about? We're nothing but serious here.
Right?
No. So for those who have ever seen Through the Lens with Brian and Lex, and yes, I'm calling their show out, their last question, I have notes. That's for just you, Brian and Lex. They pick on me, Mandy, by the way, because this last question I always ask, I kind of tweaked from them. I've been asking this for a while now, but they kind of tweak it to make it funny. And we have this running joke that I write down all their question. So Lex makes it so complicated and everything else. It's funny. It's hilarious. But I'm going to tweak this question for my own. And their question is, if they give you a bunch of money. So I'm going to ask the same thing. If Brian and Lex give you a bunch of money and you have all the time in the world, you can go wherever you want. Everything's paid for because Brian and Lex paid for it. Yeah, that's right, guys. I said it. Where are you going?
I'm going to Alcatraz and to Dracula's castle.
Ooh.
There you go.
That's fair.
That I want to go. And my husband told me, he goes, I want to send you across the world. Where do you want to go? Like Ireland or wherever. And I'm like, I want to go to a haunted castle. Yes. And so he's like, would you go if I fly you out alone? I know that sounds crazy, but he knows I'll do it. But I mean, I know that's scary, crazy, but I'm like, yes, I will go. Send me. I will go pack my equipment. I'm going.
Well, I'm sure if Brian and Lex are paying for it, you'll probably take your sisters with you because, you know, they're paying for all of it.
Yeah.
You know, they asked that the one day, and I just said in the chat, I said, if you and Lex are paying, then I'm going to Vegas or I'm going to Atlantic City, and I'm going to turn that into something. But what about the Hellfire Club? You ever thought about the Hellfire Club? That's mine.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I would like to go there too.
I thought about
castles. There's no castles around here, and just somewhere different. You know,
you could do a tour. You could do a haunted European tour, UK and Europe.
Yeah, that would work.
I thought maybe I had you pinned for a Hellfire Club because of the differences from heaven and hell. They're right there on one location. I thought maybe.
Oh, I would definitely go there. But I worked in the prison. I worked in a jail for 8 years. So I love to investigate jails and prisons. I can connect with the spirits that, the inmates linger in. So I'm drawn to that. And I love vampire stuff. So
that's fair.
So
that's fair. I agree. I think Blad's Castle would be amazing. Yes. Like I said, the Hellfire Club. I think someone we know, Squeaks, is going to the Ancient Ram Inn. I can't remember who it is. I want to say it's Jenny. But anyway, so there's a bunch over there.
That too, because it was just said not too long ago.
I think it's Jenny. I think she said it while she was helping host Through the Lens.
Okay.
Now Alcatraz, everyone always says that, and I want your thoughts on it. Like, obviously Alcatraz is notorious. We all know that. Do you think it's as haunted as what people say, or do you think it's
Oh
just
yes, yeah. Because lots of deaths. I mean, like I said, I worked in that environment, so I know. I worked around murderers. I mean, there's a lot of bad people that were locked up in these prisons, and just all that negativity that is built up in those locations there, and people, dying there. There definitely is stuff still there, dark stuff, no doubt. There can't be anything positive that's in a location like that.
You're right. You're absolutely right. My thought is like, I went to the Queen Mary. I've investigated the Queen Mary. I loved it. I thought it was great, but it didn't, haunted wise, live up to the hype. And we all know that sometimes it's just maybe a bad night. There
Yep.
maybe or may not be there. So it got me thinking, what about some of these locations? Like, I know some of the guys are going to Bobby Mackey's, Stanley Hotel, a couple other places, and Alcatraz. Do you think they live up to the hype? Or do you think it's just what we commercialize?
The people. I think it's just, I think most of the places do have something, but I just think that it just depends on the people, who's investigating. And you got to think most of these were spirits were people, most of them, unless it was a non-human entity, but most of them were people at one time. So if they're still here lingering for whatever reason, you know what I mean? They're going to choose who they're going to want to talk to. True. So you go in to one of the most active locations around the world, and people swear down there's this and that there, but yet you'll have a quiet night. You just don't know, because I personally think it's all about who's there, and the spirits choose who they want to talk to.
Absolutely. And I agree with that 100%. And which is, for me, another reason why you want to be yourself. You want to be personable. Don't be a drone.
Bring that vibration, lift that vibration. If you got to be, the more I'm telling you, the more you have fun out there when you're investigating, not to the point where you're not paying attention to what you're doing, but, crack a joke, whatever happens, the more you're going to get with the spirits.
I've even played music. I've even played music at locations. Heck, I played Anchors Away, the CB song, and I played an Navy air raid siren on the battleship to stir things up. And
you have danced.
You see, get a rave going on. But anyway, maybe I'll do that next time on the battleship. I don't know. We'll have to find out. But so I really appreciate you taking time out. I know the Ghost Sisters, are real busy. You guys have a lot going on, and I really appreciate you guys taking time out to hanging out with us tonight. So the best and question that we ask, and it's the most important one of the evening, and this is where it's serious time. You guys want to come back for a part 2?
Yes, most definitely. Maybe I can get all the girls on here,
Awesome. We would absolutely love to have you guys back. I know Squeakers over here is is my scheduler. And we're already booked out to what? You said March?
Yeah, March. Well, yeah.
Well, there's a lot going on for Ghost Sisters. I'm going to tell you right now. I am going to be traveling with 2 other females, and we will be filming.
Awesome.
So I will be really busy. I can't give out too much. All I can tell you, most likely in January, so I don't know how long this is going to take. We will be traveling all over filming. So
that's quite all right. You guys are welcome back anytime you like.
We're actually into April right now of 2023. I've been busy.
I see this.
I'm going to Hawaii in April with my family. My mother's renting a house on an island over there, and we're all flying around.
I was like, wait, she's renting an island? Wait a minute. What kind of travel agency is that?
If she can afford it, she would, I'm sure. But
I would.
Yeah, but my family
could get them in on a Thursday show.
Well, we can figure.
We can probably try during the week on a Thursday or something, as long as I'm not filming.
Yeah, no, we can.
I don't know.
We will make sure we make time for you guys
Yep.
because I like I said, I know you guys are busy, but I'm really glad that you took some time out to chat with us. And honestly, you guys deserve everything and more. You guys are phenomenal. I love what you're doing. I fully support what you're doing. And if there's any way myself, Squeakers, any of the Paracrew or the P3 can help you guys, let us know. Reach out.
Yep.
We're more than
Awesome.
happy.
And yeah, maybe sometime, if possible, maybe when we're not so dang busy, because I do have a lot of investigations still coming up.
Mhm.
But yeah, maybe we can. There's a lot of teams that want to go to the Euro Shrine, and it's it's not my place, but
Of course.
I'm very good friends with the caretaker, the guy who lives there and owns it, and he's an amazing guy. So he loves to meet different people. So yeah, I never know who I could bring.
We could always set something up, and if you guys are ever in central Pennsylvania, please let me know. I know you guys are just in Ohio, so if
we
you're
investigated in Pennsylvania.
whereabouts?
No, or did we? Yeah, it's a new location. I'm pretty sure we did. It's a funeral home.
Mm.
I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's in Pennsylvania. We went last year in the winter and investigated. I can't remember what it's called because I've been to so many locations, but I'm pretty sure it was in Pennsylvania.
Well, if you guys ever get the inkling to go to like Gettysburg or whatever you guys want to, let me know. I'll make sure I'm available to hang out. But no, you guys are absolutely phenomenal. I love what you guys are doing. And again, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And folks, if you haven't already, don't forget to share out. Share. Follow the links in the description. Go give these guys some support because these ladies are doing some phenomenal things in our field. And they're very knowledgeable, very professional, and a lot of fun. So, Mandy, much love to you for coming tonight, and much love to the rest of the sisters. You guys have our utmost respect and love.
Thank you for having me on.
Anytime. Have a great evening.
You too. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Another amazing guest, Squeaks.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. So guys, that's going to do it for us for tonight. Don't forget, tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern time, we have whatever Lurker's mystery guest person thing is.
No,
I
I'm
don't
excited.
know.
I still don't know.
I don't know what he's doing. I never know. I barely know where I'm at half the time.
I text him, but I think he's at work, so
He is. So 7 p.m. where you see us right now, you will see this mystery show. I don't even know. I think did he put it on here? I don't know if he did or not. Yeah, he did. There it is. Whatever this is about, I don't freaking know.
Oh, that's our new logo.
Oh, that's our new logo?
Yes, it is. I created it off of Canva.
It says who's the mystery guest right there.
Exactly.
I don't know what you guys are doing to me. You guys are doing so many weird things.
I told you we got to have a marketing meeting.
Another meeting. I don't want to be popular. Anyway, but check us out at 7 p.m. tomorrow night for this mystery guest. I don't know who it is. And then at 9 p.m. Eastern time on Paralinks for the Petri dish. Joins Squeakers, possibly Mackenzie and myself, as we match up with none other than Howard Petrie and his wife Jackie for God knows what. Who knows? And then
Get some
Friday,
popcorn, wine. Try not to spill it.
hide the kids.
Laughter. Yeah, hide the
Earplugs
kids.
for the kids. It is an NC-17 show. And then Friday we have, remind me again, Squeaks, SPI?
Yeah, SRI, I believe it is.
SRI.
I may be saying that wrong, actually. Hold on.
I don't freaking know.
Okay.
See, this is the other
All right.
benefit.
I need to post it. No.
And then what's funny is you have it right here for me. Yeah, SRI Paranormal.
Okay, thank you.
This
Brian
is the
Clary.
Squeakers. Huh? What'd you say?
Brian Clary.
Brian Clary. Okay, I thought you said Brian Laverty. I'm like,
No, I know another Brian to the bunch, huh? Brian Clary.
Just so I need another Brian. But but
What's your name?
I don't know. But anyway, again, guys, if you haven't already, please, please, please go follow the links in the description. You can find all of the Ghost Sisters links down there. You can also find ones for Parapost, Global Ghost Hunt, Paralinks, where this is on right now, Pun Plus, and of course the Buy Me a Coffee, where all proceeds and donations go right back into our field so we can keep doing these shows and promoting. But we're going to have merch and a bunch of other things. We've got a lot of things coming up in 2023, and I am super excited for these little secrets. So I have my own secret. So, but listen. But we'll hopefully catch you guys tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern time for this mystery guest, and then over at the Petri Dish at 9 on Paralinks 2, I think it is, right? Yeah, Paralinks 2.
Yeah.
Paralinks 2. So there's only one thing left for us to say. Y'all have yourselves a great rest of your night. Have fun. Stay safe. And as always, you said it earlier. Happy huntings.